All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, former East Carolina defensive coordinator Greg Hudson. Coach Hud, how you doing, sir?
Hey, doing good, man. Good to see you.
I've been
Glad I'm
asking.
not there because I'm in Florida with my mom.
I was about to say you are in the Sunshine State, and I know you're a baseball guy.
Oh yeah.
Have you done spring training before?
Is this sad? No.
Wow.
And I was texting with Murph, the Brewers. He's like, get your ass out of here. And so I really need to do that. And that'd be really cool.
I don't.
Especially, I'd love to see the Arizona experience because it's really turned into quite a league. You know,
The Cactus League. I don't know the geography. How far are you away where you are in Florida from where all the spring training
the
stuff is?
Twins and the Sox are right here in Fort Myers,
Okay.
right by the airport where I just flew in. Yeah, they're
Good
right
deal.
down the road. But
Coach,
it's spring breakers and tons of people. Of course, February here, besides the regular snowbirds, it's Canada's sort of spring break time, and they're probably boycotting a little bit to come down to the U.S. right now.
maybe so, yeah. Uh, they got us in that dang. Did you watch hockey last week, Coach
Yeah, I
Hud?
watched it. Yeah,
That was cool, right? I mean,
yeah, I think it's a great event.
yeah,
Yeah, other way to make some cash.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Coach Greg Hudson joining us. You spoke last week at a coaches clinic, and I might have mentioned this last week, but I think about John Gruden, and I saw a clip where he's like, "I just like to be around guys that like football, man."
Yeah.
So did you get that feeling the other night around all those
Yeah.
coaches?
Right. Yeah. It was, hearing the same buzzwords and lingo. And then here I went and heard the offensive coordinator from Campbell talk. He was great. Uh, just in the nuances and the way guys act. And, there's nobody goes by their first name. Everybody there was coach. So he, you got to know who you're talking to. But the guys from ECU were over there well represented. And, um, it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being up there and talking about leadership and football and what I've learned, and then kept it sort of like the podcast we're going to crank back up with the sports theme with mental health background. Talked about where those I've been able to soul search myself and look back, even though I had it. I mean, I had a wonderful childhood, an amazing high school experience. Even still, when you're digging things out, you wouldn't believe the amount of things that from your past that are in there uh, that fester, and you got to get them out. So I made that message clear to the coaches, like, listen, there's a kid right now that's on your team that you're coaching and you're talking to every day that's hurting, you know, and to get to them.
Somewhat on a similar note, kind of the question of the week had started with Justin Hardy because Donnie Kirkpatrick. I reached out to him and said, "Hey, Coach, you got a memory or a question I can ask Justin Hardy?" And he said, "Yeah, ask him about when he lost his credit card before a Thursday night ESPN game, and he was all freaking out, but still had a great game. Put it, got it taken care of." And talking about distractions and you guys not being robots and being real life humans, and
Oh yeah,
we don't see that when we're watching
no,
y'all on the field. So I'm sure you've got stories about that, things going on, but you, as a player and a coach, you have to sit it aside at least for 3.5, 4 hours, I guess.
yeah. I mean, I've sat with guys in my office in tears because the scholarship check they were getting pressure back home to send half of it home,
Man,
and you're getting ready to play a big game, and it's a starter, then you deal with it, you love them up and give them some poker chips and tell them to go cash them at the casino and everything will be fine.
paying it forward. That's good.
Hey, wait, look,
What
my
we got?
new shirt.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
I was
boss
wondering
told me
why.
to wear it.
I was wondering why you're in such a good mood. We gave you some new swag.
Yeah, I got gear. I got some
Yeah.
swag. All I
Hey,
do is go come there and give stuff out. I finally got, something giving back.
that is true. I appreciate that Notre Dame pullover, Coach. Looks
Yeah.
good. Coach, we'll have Bruce Bivens on our show tomorrow, former ECU linebacker. In
Uh-huh.
fact, just 3 years ago.
Right.
And now he is the director of player personnel. So, how long did it take you? Because you got right into coaching. I think you went into coaching
Yeah.
baseball, right?
Well,
And
yeah,
then,
I was coaching both at Division III level first.
yeah.
It's my first job.
Did it, the player mentality, maybe it never leaves you, but like, going into coaching and like the player development role he's in, how long does it take you to kind of get into a new mindset and leave the player's mindset, or does it ever leave you as a coach?
No, it leaves you probably about 28. You look at when all the guys stop playing that are your age,
Right.
and stuff like that, and then really, in my opinion, it comes down to where's your maturity level in the position that you hold, and your professionalism and your your responsibility to study and learn and get better and create a better environment for those players. I mean, that's your job, and you really need to direct all your energies outwardly to the players and not inwardly to yourself and thinking that you can still, run a route or tackle somebody. Because, even with 3 years off, go out there and try to tackle somebody one time. That'll change your mind. Still one time.
You
But no, it's especially in playing personnel, you're looking at so much film and evaluating, and I don't know what the complete role is of,
right.
whether it's internally development with the current team, but even then you're in a critical role because to call it what it is, ECU is, you don't get the finished product there all the time. You get a lot of talent, but you have a lot of work to do and really in a short period of time nowadays. So those roles are really critical and important. And you can't be average at that job. You got to be really, really freaking good. And if you're not, you gotta figure out why. And it's always good to know what you don't know and go figure it out.
Hud, you got into it so young, and Scotty
Uh,
Robinson told us about Hud the Stud, and we've seen your hair and like, did you did you buddy with the guys and then
no,
realize, all right, I can't do that? You didn't do it even at the beginning.
no, no, because I knew. Well, I was given advice when I took that job. Coach Holtz and Skip specifically when I had graduated, and when I was with Murph, with baseball, that was what I was doing first. I coached a wooden bat summer league team right after graduation. I was in
Yeah.
Muncie, Indiana, coaching. Quentin McCracken was my center fielder.
Oh wow. Okay, I remember
Yeah,
that name. Yeah.
Rick, yeah. And so they said, listen, you got to go away for 2 years to create the separation. One, especially if you come back to your school, and the guy you just mentioned is back at his school. So you need that 3 years of separation because of the guys that still might be on the team. I
Right.
had some guys when I GA'd that were just freshmen, but that was far enough removed. And but then my job at Redlands, I had two guys I coached. They were older than me.
I like that advice of going away, and when I
Yeah.
asked that question, I didn't think about the mentors and kind of the legends you had that were kind
Oh
of
my
working.
God.
Yeah, so I'm
I
sure you
mean,
got some great advice.
I got thrown into, my first apprenticeship was with Murph, and now he's, manager of the year. But if you YouTube and see, I don't know if you saw him talk about Bob Euchre to the team in the locker room. I don't know if you saw that clip. That's Murph right there. If you pull that up, you'll get an idea of what he's like. And I've tried to be myself, but emulate him in a lot of things. And he had a crazy knack for finding ways to get. He had a lot of like Joe Moore in him. You were going to live up to his standard for you, and it was going to be higher than the one you had for yourself. And then he was going to push you to get there or exceed that. And it's a lot of work. And even now, more with as much as guys are transferring, the relationship building has you really got to be an expert at it. And I think guys probably fall into the trap a little bit because these guys are so new and you're always in a pleasing mode, and trying to keep them around and keep them happy.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I know the guys that are winning, and they're not like that.
We
You
just
know,
talked to Danny Beal. Did you see the clip going around from Patino recently, where
not
he's
taking high school guys.
well, no, he's talking to his current guys, talking
Oh
about
yeah, in the locker
where's
room.
your toughness? Yeah,
Where's your
yeah,
tough? Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
And I
Oh,
guess they responded to that because they're a damn top 10 in the country. So
don't be
yeah,
soft. You
yeah.
know, it's tough. Sports are hard, man. It's not a walk around. It's not who UCLA certainly seems like they've played a lot better since Cronin absolutely lambasted and blew everybody up in the organization. I mean, uh, if Kareem had walked in the building, he probably would have dogged him. But they went on like a 10-game run or something like that. Uh, Best thing you can do is tell them the truth. Tell players, student athletes the truth, and don't be worried that they might not want to hear it, or you might be making them upset, because then all you're doing is cheating the system.
Do you know Mick Cronin personally?
Oh yeah, we were young in Cincinnati. I knew his dad. His dad is a big time major league scout, and he would be at a lot of my games. And I've known Mick since he was in high school. Yeah,
I could just see
he's from
him.
a rival high school in our league with Moeller, and he went to LaSalle on the west side of town. Yeah,
I could see like bullies picking on him because he was small, but Mick like still winning the fight or something. He's like an angry little
he'd
dude.
like chew your ear off,
I'm not messing with him. I can tell you
bite your ankle, and he bite you in the ankle, and you bleed to death. Yeah,
that. Hud, you mentioned Bob Euchre. Got me thinking sports movies, Major League, my all-time favorite. But
yeah,
Gene Hackman passing away, and kind of still a developing story. We don't
yeah.
know exactly
What's
what
up with
happened.
that?
I don't know, but
It's sad.
where does Hoosiers rank as far
Oh,
as?
I loved Hoosiers, and the producer and the writer who redid the script and everything for Hoosiers. When they did the stuff for Rudy, when they did the premiere of Rudy, the one producer even said to the guy, "Find me another Hoosiers so we can do another project together." And um, they came in as Coach Holtz's guest after the film was done and before it had been released, and they were with us our second week of the season when we went up to play Michigan State. And I'm a GA. I'm on bus 3. Well, they were on bus 3, and I got to sit right in front of them, and I'm turned around the whole time just asking them about. I wasn't asking them about Rudy. I knew Rudy. I wanted to know about the mystique and everything about Hoosiers and the way
Oh,
they approached it and embraced it. And yeah, that's a fantastic story.
very cool. Greg Hudson joining us. Hud always puts an interesting name that only we can see when we're talking to him on video. Last week it was Hugh. I can't remember Hugh's last name, but
Janus,
Janus, Mr. Janus. That's right. He
Hugh
joined us.
Janus.
Wally Pipp today. What
Oh
have you been replaced, Hud? Why are you Wally
no,
Pipp?
but you ask anybody that was a Pirate player on defense, don't get Wally pipped.
So they know that name because
Oh
of you.
yeah, Quentin would yell it out when guys would come out in a red jersey or be in the training room. Quentin would walk around. Wally Pipp's in town.
That's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
there's
That's
always an
great.
education of sports history going around.
I like that. That's good stuff. All right, Hud. When you coming back here to Greenville?
None of your business.
All right, fair enough.
No, I'll be back Monday. Back to work. I'm working now. I got a Zoom coming up here at another one for work at 2:30. So hey, every day's a Monday, man. Every day's still a Monday, like ball. For some reason, people in business they don't like to work after 3 o'clock on Thursdays and afternoon on Friday. Man, phone just rings.
I like the every day is Monday. Greg Hudson shirt.
Every
Let's
day's
get
a
that.
Monday, man.
Let's get that going.
Fortune's in the follow up. That's the only thing I remember from Notre Dame Business School.
All right, Hud. You got 2 words. 2 words for me. What would those 2 words be?
Be nice.
Phew, I'm glad you said those 2 and not the other ones. All right, Hud. See you, buddy.
All right. See you later.